Hello and welcome to Kosh Academy, unwinding the Kosh of your knowledge. In this video, we'll see features provided in Tosca Xscan window. This is for absolute beginners in Tosca. As we all know, Tricentis Tosca is a codeless automation tool. So the first question comes in mind is that how does it actually automate? And the answer to this is that we can scan our application under test using Tosca Xscan to create modules for different parts of our application. Scanning our application under test means that the Tosca Xscan identifies the different elements present and displays them to you in a structured format. These elements such as text boxes, buttons, links, or tables, etc. are referred to as controls. You have to select the desired controls, identify them uniquely, and save them to create modules in Tosca. As the name itself explains, modules are collection of technical information of these controls. This was just an overview. It has more and more capabilities that we'll uncover in further videos. For now, let's actually see how Tosca Xscan window works. Before we proceed, there are some settings you should always do in order to proceed with scanning any application. The display settings should be like this. Scale and layout set to 100% and display resolution as 1920 by 1080. Also, your browser's zoom percentage should be set to 100%. You should have the Tosca extension installed for the respective browser. Here I'm using Chrome for demo purpose, so I have installed Tosca Chrome extension. Okay, so let's go back to Tosca. Here I have created a folder as Tosca Xscan. In order to proceed with scanning, right click, scan. Now you'll see different types of applications displayed. Application, API, mobile, PDF, remote terminal, WebDriver, Salesforce scan, file scan, and legacy scan. For now, we'll proceed with application. This will open the select application window. Here you have to select the application that you want to scan. So before we proceed with further, we have to see what these buttons are for. Refresh, scan, and cancel. So currently, whatever applications are available to scan are displayed. So we have this demo web shop open over here. So it is displayed over here. Now let's say I open another tab with Google search engine. The tab is displayed here. Sometimes it takes time or you have to click on the refresh button in order to see any updates. So let's close this one and see if it's gone. It's gone, but see, you can see the blank window. So just click on the refresh button to see the only active windows over here. So in order to proceed with demo web shop scanning, we can either double click on this particular tile or click on the scan button. Before that, if you right click, you can see different types of engines supported. So being an HTML application, our demo web shop, by default Tosca has selected HTML engine. Let's proceed with this. So as you can see, this is the Tosca Xscan window. By default, it has opened the advanced view. Condensed and basic are two different views available, but these I have hardly used in my experience. So in advanced view, you will firstly see the structure displayed over here for the page that you are trying to scan. So as we can see, as I'm trying to scan this particular page, all the available controls on this web page are by default displayed for me. I can select them and proceed with further work. Or also I have another option to select on screen. When I click on select on screen and go back to this, see, I am able to select these particular controls. Computers, these are different types of links. and also you can see they are already displayed over here. So for now, let's say I have selected books. So it will display only books to me as I have selected only one control. If you click on select on screen again, it will be disabled. Okay, so now let's go back to the previous window. Then go back to the previous window. Okay, so let's see now what highlight selection means. Let's say I'm here on this particular control and I click on select on highlight screen, highlight selection. I'm sorry. So it will highlight that particular control in red color on the screen. Once I click again, it is disabled. If I go to logout, click on highlight screen. Okay. Now when I'm actively selecting select on screen, this is disabled. I have to deselect select on screen and use highlight selection option. Now moving on, we have identify by properties, anchor, image and index. So in order to make our selected control unique, we have these four types of options. We'll see them in more detail in further videos. Then we get to see this slider. So as you notice, if I'm moving it to the right, I'm going deeper and deeper in the structure. Okay, and if I try to reduce it, I get to see only the basic controls. Later on, what we have is filter. So in order to select a particular control on the screen, let's say I have hundreds of buttons on the web page. So what I can see is I can just go ahead and select button type of control. So it will display only buttons to me. Now here you have visibility option, either visible or invisible buttons, only visible buttons, and invisible only. So we don't see go to card button, but if you want it to scan, then you can use this option. Region, you can select a particular application region by drag and drop, and from that control, you can filter the different types of controls as required. You can also search for a control by its name. Let's say log out. So it has highlighted it for me. The next button, and you can clear it like this. Now moving on to the next is show content preview. So if I click on show content preview, see right now I am at the logout link. So it will display me the logout link, the URL for it. You can hide it. So show content preview is mostly useful when you have a table control or a link control. In case of link control, it displays a particular link. And in case of a table type of control, let's say if we have a table on this, it will display you the preview of the table. I think we don't have it over here, but it will display you the rows, columns, the table. Then you have select new application. So once you have scanned, so once you are done with your scanning, you can save that particular module. So for demonstration, let's select books. I'm not trying to make it unique at this moment. I'm leaving it as it is. You can click on save button. It will create a module for you. You can click on finish screen to proceed with the next screen of the application like that. And then again click on scan screen. It will display these controls, or you can select new application. You can go ahead with this. So it will display a warning that whether you want to save the previously scanned module or not. I'll say yes, and I can proceed with the new scanning window. Close will help me close this window. Let's go back and see if my module is saved. So I have this module demo web shop as the title of my browser tab, and book is the control. So that's all about the Tosca Xscan window. I hope this video helps you. Thank you.